Just like most golfers around the world, I would do anything to hit longer drives and pick up distance off the tee. Okay, almost anything. And if that's something as simple as a driver shaft change, that could potentially be one of the simplest answers yet to pick up club head speed, ball speed, and of course, distance. Okay, I'm gonna get in here early with this one. This is gonna set you back nearly $750. But every review that I have read and seen of this shaft says it picks up club head speed, ball speed, and ultimately distance. This is of course a free flex shaft, oblique order special gram. So this is called the Special Joy shaft, and it is just 45 grams. Not to be mistaken with the Auto Flex shaft, although it is rather similar in its looks. Yeah, they do different visuals on these shafts. I actually have a couple of these to test today. We're going to put it in my Callaway Paradigm Triple Diamond, see just if we can keep it in play out here on the golf course and test it in the studio. These are long, that's really long. I wasn't a non-believer, but that's 307 total. To see not only can we keep it in play, but is it worth the money and will it pick us some distance up? I've got 3 golf balls here, all tailor-made stripes. If I finish these last few holes with these balls, that's objection 1 ticked off. If we start losing golf balls left, right, centre, you're not going to lose them in the centre, but if we start losing a lot of them, then it really isn't going to be the shaft for me, because it's very important for me I keep the ball in play. However, I would love to hit it past Chris and my brother. Guys, comment below, who would you love to hit it past if you could hit it past anyone you usually play with? Right, first swing with the free flow driver shaft. Right, a bit of a cut down the middle. It's not a lost ball. Didn't feel overly powerful. It wasn't the best strike. That's in the right hand rough. Felt okay, sounded pretty nice. I don't think I committed to that as maybe I could have done. I've got a couple of these different shafts to test today. You can see just how this is designed to work. Is a Korean company very similar to the Autoflex company. You can see here I have a lovely dark blue version. This is a 38 gram shaft. I'm using this one in the video today because it's nice and colourful, but in the studio we're going to test all of these against my Hazardous 6.0 and see if potentially we can pick up some distance. I think it might take a few little tweaks to the technique, but I am hopeful there may be something in this, because like I've said already, the reviews that I have seen and read with this claim they do pick up club head speed. Then it's just a case of making sure you hit it out the middle so you can get the ball speed and your optimum spin rate, and of course launch angle, which we're going to discuss in the studio later on. Let's release this one a bit better, get this one maybe even moving right to left, let the shaft kick underneath you. Exactly the same ball flight, just a bit floaty out to the right. That was more centrally struck, so we are getting somewhere and making progress. A very, very strange sensation, both looking down at it and hitting it. This is the one, big turn, keep that club moving. Yes, that one, bottle that one. And this is where I think when you are testing shafts like this, you do need just to think about your speed, think about your release, think about how you are attacking the ball. That's filled me with, not confidence, but excitement. And can you put a price on excitement? $750, you can. Okay, so far, more of a testing the water couple of shots than the shots that I would maybe hope for straight out of the bat. But we've hit one fairway, albeit out of 3, and it is a pretty wide fairway. The next hole coming up is a rather difficult hole. There is a water hazard on the left, which always has my number. I am fearful for these tailor-made golf balls. But guys, stay tuned. Let's see just if this driver can improve my speed in the studio. I'm really, really looking forward to that. But I wanted to make sure, first of all, that I could keep it on the planet. So far, So here is the ball in the fairway. I wouldn't necessarily say that's any further up than a standard drive with my Hazardous shaft, but then it is very much winter and we don't have a very long way in. So one positive you could say there from that opening gambit is we still have 3 balls left. So that's a positive, we didn't lose any. Now for the price that this shaft is, you match that with a new Paradigm head, a new Stealth 2 head, a G4 30LS Tech head. Let's face it, you're not going to buy a shaft this expensive and put a budget driver head in there, are you? So you're immediately talking almost £1,500 for your driver. How much more would you like to see when it comes to that amount of money compared to a fitter driver off the shelf. Because although the results I've seen said there was a pickup, it wasn't a huge pickup. So we're downwind now this time, so this might be a little bit easier. Wind off the right. You see, that feels powerful, but it's low. Doesn't necessarily feel like I've picked up huge speed there. I certainly don't feel like I've hit it out of the middle of the face. In fact, looking at the feedback there, it's actually very low, but the ball speed seemed okay. Come on, middle of the face, get it turning. I just want a big high draw that keeps turning over. That's the shot that I would pay the money for. Is there a shot you would pay the money for? Let me know. Still not lost one. That's the shot. Can we bottle that? And can we get that inside in the simulator? Because that was middle and that felt fast and it wasn't high. The big thing for me there is we're in control of it. Wind switching a bit now into still not lost one. Same again. Oh yeah, oh stop it. Right, this is now becoming very, very interesting and I feel like I've got it. 6 swings in, but we've got it. 750 quid though. That'll take some explaining to the wife and probably the baby why there's no Christmas presents this year. Sorry mate. Sorry.
Lump of coal.
Daddy's picked up some speed with his new shaft. All of a sudden I'm really probably overly excited to get on that Golfson Studio and see just what ball speed we can get. Those last two, especially the last one, felt incredible. Oh, excited. And remarkably, the miss hit actually went even further than the good one. It is ridiculous. I thought I thought I'd lost one left, but that is the good one. And that's, right, that's absurd. That's a long way up this hole. And we still have 3 balls in play. Oh, not one really went down my bag there. But I feel like I'm starting to get this. I feel like I'm starting to put a little bit of a stamp on it. And I feel like if you were to buy these shafts, you obviously would give it quite a lot of time in testing, but you have to go for it. You can't kind of play a safe shot with this. There is no just patting it down the fairway. That's a good one, it's just fading a bit. One thing I will say is I've not turned one over yet. That's probably right hand side of the fairway, not too bad. Let's go 2 more and then we're going to jump in the studio and see just how powerful this shaft really is. But so far, come on, let's turn one over. Let's get one moving. There. That's powerful. That is, I've had to put a lot into that. Like, I certainly don't think I would be hitting a normal driver that hard, but I also felt the shaft is squaring it up quite nicely if I hit it hard. That's what I'm getting from this test. Right, last one before we get inside. I'm going to step on this and absolutely kill it. Oh wow. Wow. Guys, let's jump in the studio. Let's see just if we do pick up any club head speed, any ball speed, what it does to the spin rate. I'm really excited about this. Do not go anywhere. Right guys, let's start with the upcharge shaft. We've had a nice warm up. Let's see if we can get this out there. A good drive for me is around a 275 carry. That immediately feels really, really strong, but you can see how I've struggled to square that up. As that carries the net. 267, nice low spin, high ball speed. I've really struggled to square that club face up. Let's go again. That's better. That's down the middle and that one is travelling nicely. Go on. Okay, 270 carry. We feel like we're loosening up. I certainly feel like it takes quite a lot of time to get this shaft squared up, or the club head squared up on the end of the shaft. That's a 290 total. Absolutely nailed that. That's 276 and that spent so long in the air. That was a gorgeous ball flight. 165 ball speed and 3000 spin. I feel like there's certainly something in this. If I can keep that ball down like that. That felt really strong and that's pitching a long way. That's pitching 281. That's long for me. It's a 301 yard drive, 2000 spin, 166 ball speed. And I feel like now we're getting into the swing of it. Man the pun. That's like peak height as well, that's optimum. These are long, that's really long. That's a 288 carry. I wasn't a non-believer, but that's 307 total. If I'm getting to the top and lagging it just a little bit more and buying myself the time to hit them, that's going to be long as well. That's going to be really long. 284. I feel like we are picking up speed here. I'm going to throw my hazardous shaft in a second and see if we can reach these distances, another 300 yard plus drive. I've topped that. I've topped that and that's flown out there. The dispersions there, we've got 45% of the balls to the left of the fairway, 45% of the balls on the fairway, and just 9% to the right. Not bad for me realistically there. We've now got the hazardous back in, feels a little bit heavier. I'm going to have a few swings to feel like I'm going to move this again. That driver did feel so light. More like it, 270, 282 total. Right, this will be interesting. That's the shot that I want to hit, that low boring shot. And that's up there, it's a 271, it's 292 total. Remember, we had a couple of 300 yarders with the upcharge. Did take quite a few to get into it though. $275, 290 total, where I would anticipate it. Right, that was good. Guys, let's take a look at the averages. Let's take a look at the longest and the shortest with both these shafts. 280 carry that time with the hazardous 6.0. So guys, I must admit, I'm really impressed with this driver, both on average and for the longest drive. As you can see, I never really just judge it on the longest drive, but I want to show you guys when I really wound myself up. That is a long drive for me in that bottom column. Really enjoyable. Obviously an expensive shaft. Is it worth it? Only you guys can answer that in the comments below, guys. Get in the comments below, what do you think? Do you want to see me test this even more? Thanks for watching and see you all at the same time tomorrow. Goodbye.